Here's a question for you folks. What happens when you turn two R-rated movies into a PG-13?
That is one big pile of shit.
You're goddamn right. Hello Jimmy Wood and welcome to my review for the Expendables 3. I've checked it out and what can I say? Wow, what a disappointment, and being the fact this is called The Last Ride, it certainly is a disappointing one for sure. Now the Expendables 3 is written by Sylvester Stallone. Now he's wrote and directed the first movie, and of course I think he had something to do with the script in the second movie as well, and just what was he thinking? I just like, the film really baffles me. You got the first movie, The Expendables, especially the director's cut, it is an 18 certificate, it has got more characters, it's got more soul, it's the idea of bringing these kind of action, you know, 80s heroes mixed with kind of like today's modern ones of like Jason Statham and some of these kind of wrestlers. The first one was really good, I thought, especially the director's cut. Then you got the second one, Expendables 2. A lot of people shit on this movie. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty fun movie, had a lot more character development to the other additional characters like Terry Crews, things like that. Good action, good fight scenes, good creative kills. That was a 15 as well. And now you got this movie, a 12A. A 12A, and this movie is deliberately made a kind of, you know, a PG-13, you know, rating, and you can tell it from the off chance straight into the movie, and it's like, wow. But it's not even that, it's the story, it's the character decisions, it's the weak attempt at humour. God, it is a 2-hour movie. Practically, Mel Gibson's character, I thought that guy was dead. He's not. I have to get rid of my old team to get a new team in. Oh, my new team fucked up. Oh, I have to get my old team back. Done. That's 2 hours in a nutshell, folks. And I'm really shocked. It is a long movie by itself, and the story, I felt, didn't really go anywhere. It was very, you know, it had pacing issues. It had, you know, conflicting, you know, characters back and forth. It could get rid of some characters to introduce other characters. I mean, you got Arnold Schwarzenegger in this movie. He's in it for 5 minutes. He's practically driving the plane here and there, one or two lines here and there, and then comes back for the final act to basically blow some shit up and say one or two lines from his previous movies, which is pretty good in all fairness. But you do not waste Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is a really good comeback actor, and I really still like him. There's not many movies where I don't like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but in this movie he is wasted. Terry Crews' character is wasted. Jet Li's character is in it for like a minute, wasted. Casey Grammer is absolutely, again, wasted. This is my #1 favourite word here, folks, wasted. And you got this massive ass cast. You got posters, you got trailers saying The Last Ride, come and watch it, you know, awesome, it's going to be brilliant. And it's really not. A lot of these characters you're seeing in these posters are barely in the movie, and some don't get really much lines or good, you know, moments or anything along those lines. Easily forgettable characters. The new blood characters as well, this kind of like new Expendables era, is easily forgettable, or weak characters are not enough to actually to making me give a shit, basically. It really does. I felt Mel Gibson in this movie wasn't as good, definitely not. I felt he was better in Machete Kills and How I Spent Summer Vacation. I felt he had stronger roles, I felt he had more fun. Even Machete Kills, he was playing a sci-fi, villain in a sense. He had a mask on at the end of the fucking movie. I felt he was more entertaining, he had more fun, it had more of a character in that movie than it is in this. Basically there's a fight scene towards like the end, the final act within the movie. Now compare Jason Van Damme's to this one, is a massive shock and a massive letdown as in terms of an actual fight scene. At least with Van Damme, you got a sense of, you know, fighting skills, direction, atmosphere, good dialogue in it, and it was a bit of fun, and it did quite well for what that fight scene was. I really did enjoy it. So this one, it's practically over less than 3 minutes, I would say. I don't want to give too many spoilers, I don't want to ruin it for people that actually do want to watch it. But I have to warn you, and I have to consider you as an actual movie fan, as an actual someone that's spending money to go and pay this. You are putting money into people's hands that haven't really, you know, give a satisfying, entertaining movie. Even though this is PG-13, even though there is barely no creative kills, there's no violence, there's no swearing, So all that really cool stuff about the first two movies, there's Kratos, all those really cool stuff, completely gone. You get white powder hits, you get very, poorly edited kind of, theatrical take in two, in a sense, kind of combat, in terms of fighting. And fighting doesn't last long, so don't expect any of that really cool stuff. Expect lots of heavy explosions, in a sense, lots of heavy action. I mean, I will admit some of the action sequences, there are one or two that actually is really good and well put together, especially the opening sequence of the movie with Wesley Snipes' character. I thought the opening was a really good sequence, definitely, for sure. And as Wesley Snipes came into it with his doctor, Death or something, I think his name was, I thought it was really good opening to the movie. I thought it was interesting. It kind of it was tackling themes of age and time for a new era of the Expendables, but the way they went about it, the way they went about the concept, and oh, I have to let you guys go and then get the new blood, it's strange direction, it's strange written. I mean, even Tony and Banderas in this movie is playing a kind of obnoxious kind of someone that can't shut his mouth up guy, in a sense, and it's kind of wow, you're the comic relief. I mean, I really wanted to like this, even though it was a 12A, whatever. I still wanted to watch it because, well, okay, I'll give it a chance into the day. There's got to be something good about it, and it really isn't. I mean, I'm just truly disappointed. It is that there's nothing really can be said, even if they made an extended version or an unrated version on the Blu-ray later, release date of next year probably. It will still not save the movie. Overall, Expendables 3 does have some good moments, it does have some good action set pieces, some good locations, it does have a couple of good one-liners here and there, but it just has a dreadful script, which is a huge shame, being the fact that this is written by Sylvester Stallone, the guy that did Rambo, the first movie, he did the first Expendables movie. This is a huge shock for me, and someone that actually really enjoyed the first two movies. I physically cannot have this movie in my collection. I will not own it, I will not purchase it, I will not go and spend money at the cinema to go and see it. I would recommend you folks to wait for the uncut version on the Blu-ray possibly, or if you've got a friend that's willing to pay for you, maybe go and see it, or maybe go see it on Orange Wednesday or something like that. Please think twice about watching this movie. It is a PG movie, a PG-13, 12A in the UK, just something that does not have doesn't have the edge or the punch which the first two movies did, and it's a 2-hour movie, and this really does not deliver what it was supposed to deliver. It can be in the fact the trailers and the posters making it out to be something that it truly really is not, and this is a huge shame for a fan of the first two movies and the actors as well. So that's been my thoughts and opinions on Expendables 3. I hope you enjoy watching this review. What do you think? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Love to know your opinions, comment down below. So in the meantime, Andrew from Me TV, signing out.